Well, the NIA team that is investigating the Kerala train accident has now reached Kannur. Searches are being carried out, and sources suggest that a terror angle is not being ruled out. Now, do remember that in this terror attack, a person had essentially flung a petrol bomb at passengers and resulting in deaths. We are also given to understand that the Kerala police had told the anti-terror squad to investigate the matter, apart from the SIT that's been constituted to be able to nab the main accused in this case, who's still on the run. Varshini is reporting live. She joins us from Kozhikode. Varshini, give us the latest in terms of the police investigation now. The terror angle that is emerging seems to suggest that there could have been a bigger conspiracy.
Well, absolutely, yes, Nipur. The terror angle is the biggest talk here in Kerala. While we try to understand the bigger picture here behind this whole investigation that is happening, we understand that an anti-terror squad has been constituted by the Kerala police. The NIA officials, a team of NIA officials have landed in Kannur, and they will also be, trying to get details about this case. And probably there is an expectation that this case could be handed over to the NIA, since there is an terror angle that is being linked to here. Right now, we are in the additional Director General of Police's office, and as we speak, a high-level meeting is happening inside. The ADGP and the IG, the commissioners, all the important police officials are discussing whether the Kerala police will be handing over this case completely to NIA or not, since this terror angle is not yet completely established here. It's just a suspect. It's just a there's just a suspicion that the police have right now. Once it is confirmed, NIA will officially take over the case and they will be investigating, and that is why they have now landed in Kannur, and they will be also looking into all the details and the evidences that the police have gathered so far. And we also get to know from sources that the Kerala police, the railway police in fact, have drawn a sketch which they have sent around many parts of the country to make sure that this accused does not flee away very far, and that they can easily capture him. And this nabbing of the accused is the prime focus that the Kerala police, the railway police, is focusing on right now. Once this accused is taken under custody, it will be much more easier for them to come up with more details on this matter and to establish a terror link in this case. So that is exactly why the police are not giving out any official confirmation as to who is behind this, if at all any larger terror group is behind this or not. But as of now, we understand that the NIA officials are here, which is very, which is making us get a clearer picture that there is some sort of a terror angle related to this case, which the police are not able to officially confirm yet.
All right, stay with us, Varshini. Let's in fact go across live to Shravan Sen, who's reporting from our Delhi newsroom on this. Shravan, all right, I don't think we've got Shravan yet, but I'm going to come back to Varshini on this one. Varshini, describe to us the events that actually took place, because earlier on, the police were looking at a personal enmity angle, and thereafter, we were told that they weren't able to establish the sequence of events. So for clarity's sake, take us through it again.
Definitely, yes, Nupur. If you see, this is a very unexpected and a shocking incident that has taken place in a moving train, and the passengers were shocked. Just now, we spoke to the family members of the victims who are currently getting treated in the hospital with more than 35% of burns. And the family members say that when they were able to talk a little bit to the victims, they said that they were not even able to look at the face of the person, because it all happened very fast, and he had 2 bottles of petrol, and he threw the bottle of petrol on everybody, and he set fire to them, is what the victims have stated. And that is exactly what the victims have gone on record and stated to the police as well. So none of them were able to exactly remember the face of this person who committed this crime, and that is why the police are struggling with getting a clear picture of who did this. Though there has been CCTV footages of this person moving here and there, they do not have a clear picture. With the whatever the eyewitnesses gave on account, they have come up with this drawing with which they are trying to find out this person. And now if you see the Kerala police, the railway police who initially started the investigation, have now handed it over to the anti-terror squad and the Kerala police higher officials. The special investigation team with under the Kerala's crime branch IG Vikram is also investigating this matter.
All right, stay with us, Varshini. Let's also get in Shavan right now. Shavan, you know, obviously in this case, there is a lot that remains amiss. Earlier on, the railway police looked at it as a personal enmity case, perhaps. Now, of course, we are given to understand that the terrorism angle is also not being ruled out. So, give us a sense of why the NIA is looking at this perhaps as a terrorism case now. Shavan, can you hear me? All right, I don't think Shavan can hear us yet, but here's what we know so far in this case. Earlier on, as Varshini was pointing out, of course, the railway police were investigating this matter, and it did appear at that point in time that it may have been a personal enmity that drove the assault. What actually had happened was that in a moving train, a person had doused people using some petrol and then set them afire. However, with the fact that there appears to be no personal enmity between the accused and the people who were attacked, the police are now looking at various other angles, and the NIA is also perhaps looking at a terror angle in this case. And Shavan, I think, is now back with us. So Shavan, earlier I was saying that earlier on, of course, the railway police were investigating this as perhaps a case where there was enmity involved. But now a wider angle of terrorism seems to have crept in now. Tell us more in terms of why the NIA suspect this could be a terrorism case.
Well, Dupa, just a bit of a correction. At this point in time, the National Investigation Agency is just carrying out a parallel investigation. This case hasn't been handed over to the National Investigation Agency. Just like other cases, especially if there is any suspicion, and more importantly, if they suspect that there could be a terror angle, the NIA carries out a basic check. At this stage, that's exactly what is happening with regards to the National Investigation Agency. But it turns out that apart from the railway police, it is also Kerala ATS that is carrying out this entire probe. What we can now confirm for our viewers, in fact, we've also got that reaction coming in from the Kerala police, which perhaps you could play out in a short while from now. ADG Law and Order, who spoke to the media earlier in the day, has also now confirmed that searches are being carried out in the national capital in the NCR region. In fact, the photograph of the suspect has also now been released by the police, which has been accessed by Republic TV and which is on our screens at this point in time. Having said that, few people have also been questioned, is what we are picking up from our sources here in the national capital, but no confirmation really coming in from the Kerala ATS whether at all they have been able to identify the whereabouts of the suspect, and that is the reason why these searches are still being carried out. What we can also tell our viewers with regards to the movement of the suspect, police certainly suspects that after carrying out the activity, it turns out that he had left from Kerala. Movement is still being traced. In fact, there are certain CCTV footage which is now being examined by the police. So at this stage, perhaps it would be too premature to rule out any terror angle, and that is the reason why police basically indicating that all possible angles are being probed right now. We do not know in certainty that whether at all there is any specific terror angle to it, whether this suspect belongs to any organization, whether at all he was radicalized. All of these aspects are still being probed. But having said that, something that is emerging at this point in time is that they are not ruling out the terror angle at this stage.
All right, Varshini as well as Shavan, for the moment, thank you very much for joining us, both of you. So as our reporters are pointing out, this is an investigation that appears to be wide open at the moment. In fact, a preliminary probe is also being carried out with the NIA team, which has now reached Kannur. Apart from that, the Kerala ATS as well as the Railway Police are investigating this particular case. The police currently have released a sketch of the suspect. That's the one right in the middle. And on the left-hand side are some CCTV images that have been accessed by Republic TV of the main accused in this case. A look now at the top international news. This morning, former US President Donald Trump arrived at the Trump Tower in New York ahead of his historic booking and arraignment in the hush money charges case amidst heightened security. The case against Trump stems from payments made during his 2016 campaign. The Pentagon has responded to reports on whether or not China's spy balloon that was able to gather intelligence data on US military sites and transmit that data to the Chinese government before the Biden administration shot down the balloon days later off the coast of South Carolina, saying that the US is on high alert.
Of the steps that we were able to take, we were able to prevent transmission of certain aspects of our sites to be transmitted just because of the precautionary steps that we were able to take. But in terms of transmission back to the PRC and what was able to be transmitted back, I just don't have further information for you at this time. As of right now, we're still doing an assessment of what exactly the intel was that China was able to gather, but we do know that the steps that we took provided little additive value for what they've been able to collect on from satellites before.
The security minister of the province of Buenos Aires was attacked by a dozen of bus drivers who were protesting the murder of a colleague during a robbery. Sergio Berni was seen being punched at least by one driver and stones being pelted at him. In the aftermath of the Bakhmut shelling, evacuation from Bakhmut has now become almost impossible. The Ukrainian military has been trying to rescue residents in armored vehicles as attacks from Russia continue. Israel launched airstrikes on the southern suburbs of the Syrian capital Damascus early Tuesday, causing some material damage. Israel's conflict with Iran in Syria has intensified over the past few days, with 4 strikes on Damascus and the central province of Homs, killing 2 Iranian military advisors. Israel's military fighter jets intercepted an unidentified aircraft over the Gaza Strip that did not enter Israel's airspace. The Palestinian militant group Hamas, which rules the Gaza Strip, said that the intercepted aircraft was one of its unmanned attack drones conducting an exercise. 4 people were killed in front of the most renowned hotels in the resort city of Cancun on Mexico's Caribbean coast. The deaths occurred at the beginning of the Holy Week, one of the busiest tourist seasons for the resort. Authorities say that 2 have been arrested. Thousands took to the streets calling for gun reform in a rally outside the Tennessee state capitol in Nashville. Many of them were students from Nashville area schools who walked out of their classes where deadly shootings were reported. On the western side of the storm lines in the United States that developed have been extremely dry conditions in Oklahoma that seem to have combined with high winds and fueled several large wildfires that have now forced interstate closures and sent residents fleeing from their homes. A heavy downpour flooded parts of northwestern Peru, leaving some residents afraid that their homes might collapse, causing further damage. Many families had to abandon their homes because of the floods. Now, Congress MLA has gheraoed on his first day of election campaign in Chamrajnagar district. The Congress MLA was on his way to begin his election campaign but faced an embarrassment as he was gheraoed in Shivapura in Chamrajnagar district. The people seem to be upset with the MLA for not responding to their calls during festival days when there was an electricity cut by Bescom. Now, the people also accused the MLA of not building any community hall in the constituency. So pictures on your screen right now are of voters' anger targeted at a Congress MLA. Let's go across to Prajwal, who's reporting on this. Prajwal, give us more details of what transpired.
Nupur, now we are getting to learn that the Chamarajanagar MLA and the Congress's candidate in the upcoming elections from Mysuru, Puttaranga Shetty, has been on the campaigning, and it was in fact his first day of campaigning yesterday, where he was going to Shivpura, a part of his constituency which belongs to Chamarajanagar. And at that point of time, the people started gerawing Puttaranga Shetty, stating that he has not responded to their problems. And this has mainly occurred recently during the festivals, where this region had witnessed a lot of power cuts, but he has failed to respond to any of their calls. And they have also in this particular conversation stated that this particular MLA comes only once every 5 years, and otherwise apart from votes he does not come for anything. There has also been a much larger anger from the community itself, stating that there has been no sort of community hall which has been built by the MLA, because even in 2018 he had promised that he would go on and build a community center for the people of Shivpura as well, but this was not done. And therefore these basic amenities are also lacking in the constituency, but this MLA has not responded, and therefore they have lashed out at him. Also, they have held him responsible for a host of several other civic issues too in the region, the bad state of roads as well, and also the electricity, because remember, in rural Karnataka as well, especially in the old Mysuru region, electricity is one of the biggest problems that farmers as well as the common man face in this particular region. And despite repeated assurances by the MLA, there was no sort of work done and no sort of new poles and new cables laid by, which has which has become a turning point, a talking point over here, a flashpoint. And this has resulted in a huge ruckus where they have gerawed him, and they have stated that they have boycotted him from this particular region in Shivpura and have asked him not to come here until he gets all their works done in the constituency.
All right, Prajwal, of course, is bringing us the latest on this situation that's panning out even as we speak. Thank you, Prajwal, for joining us. Now, on the western side of the storm lines in the United States that developed have been extremely dry conditions in Oklahoma that have combined with high winds and fueled several large wildfires that have now forced interstate closures and sent residents fleeing from their homes.
While residents across parts of the South and Midwest pummeled by deadly storms, forecasters have warned of more severe weather and fire danger in the days ahead. The fierce storms that spawned tornadoes in 11 states killed at least 32. On the western side of the storm lines, developed extremely dry conditions in Oklahoma that combined with high winds to fuel several large wildfires, forcing interstate closures and sent residents fleeing from their homes.
Oh my God, it's never ending. Oh my God, I spent 30 minutes fighting it on the other side. Fighting the west side, now we're going to the east side. It won't stop.
Over 40 homes were destroyed across Oklahoma. And firefighters are leaving no stone unturned to bring the blaze under control. Agency report, Republic TV.
Coming up next, the opposition was divided over the fake degree attack. The NCP now comes out in the PM's support. And China provokes on Arunachal Pradesh. The Congress politicizes it, attacks the PM.
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए, ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोग की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena. Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde, who is being present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra. So it has been started from today. It will go on till 8th of April.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michelle. First visuals on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Yes. That's P. Chidambaram right now. There it is. He's been because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी नतीजे
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here at Hajj. They're trying to stop today. The whole nation. What exactly are your thoughts? Why must
Border Congress politics continues, viewers. Uses Chinese provocation to target the Prime Minister Modi. India sets record straight, rejects China's renaming move, says Arunachal integral part of India. BJP takes on Vadra Congress in a scathing attack, says Congress cannot be the one to preach.
Destroyed. This is going to be the final solution to this destructive trend, which is benumbing society. We are with the people of Bengal. In this, there is no discrimination, there is no difference of opinion. We are all united to curb this trend and assure the people that they can enjoy freedom, peace, and intimidation and violence in politics will be eradicated once and for all. Thank you.
All right, that's a Bengal governor there, a Bengal governor CV Anand Bose, who has just landed in Kolkata, and he is speaking on the recent violence which the state has seen in West Bengal, and he has said that we will take strict action, and also saying that we are united as the people of Bengal. Viewers, getting these details coming in right now, and that's a governor's message amid violence in the state. And recently as well, today itself, BJP workers clashed with the police in Hooghly as well. So we are seeing some incidents coming in of violence and stone pelting and arson, which have been reported from the state of West Bengal in the past 2-3 days, viewers. And a message of solidarity, a message of peace coming in from the West Bengal governor, who just held a news briefing. And in that news briefing, he said that that the people of Bengal stand united, and a lot of people have suffered because of the violence the West Bengal state has seen. Let's go across to Kishore, who's joining us on the phone line. Kishore, the Bengal governor holding a news briefing and coming out with a very strong message, a message of peace as well.
Exactly. Well, we heard the governor speaking about how the violence and situation in West Bengal is a worrisome condition, and he is taking care that all the culprits and all the people who are responsible for this vandalism will be taken care of and punished. That's what the governor is pointing out. He just came back in a hurried manner from North Bengal. He was in North Bengal for the G20 summit, but he came back from there hurriedly because the situation is in South Bengal, especially especially in Howrah, Hooghly region, as we know, is deteriorating. He came back hurriedly and he held this press conference in which he pointed out that the situation in South Bengal is deteriorating, and he said that we will not allow any kind of section which is trying to disharmonize the society, which is trying to disturb the common people of the society. He said that the government and he will take care that they are punished and taken into account. Shivangi.
Right. And a very strong message coming in from the governor, like you were saying, that he mentioned two things: a message of peace and also a message that strict action will be taken against those who are creating this kind of violence in the state. Also take us through exactly what has the police and the administration planned to kind of calm down the tensions that the state has been seeing for the past few days, Kishore.
Well, Shivangi, the latest situation, as we were talking to Sukanta Majumdar on Republic TV a while back, exclusively, he told us that BJP is going to sit in for a dharna and protest in Srirampur in Hooghly district, the same district where violence happened in Rishra. However, as soon as Sukanta Majumdar declared that he is going there for a sit-in dharna protest, the administration increased the area of Section 144 that they had imposed, and which now includes Srirampur as well, the area where Sukanta Majumdar is supposed to go. Therefore, yesterday night we saw stone pelting and fresh violence against common people. And we saw that how that was stopped by the police, and then huge police deployment was there. Right now, Sukanta Majumdar is en route to Srirampur, and there is Section 144 as well. There is a chance that there might be a argument or clash with the police and BJP workers. However, Sukanta Majumdar clearly said that he will go there, he will protest against the violence against Ram Navami procession. Right now, the governor stated that all those who are culprits will be taken care of and will be punished. He also urged the common people to establish peace and tranquility in Bengal. Samiksha. Shivangi.
Right. Kishore getting us the details right now. And Kishore, thank you so much for getting those details. Right now, we're just seeing that there have been incidents of tensions in West Bengal for the past few days. Also, an uneasy calm prevailing in Bengal's Hooghly area after fresh clashes. Now let's go ahead and once again hear what the West Bengal governor had to say, putting out a strong message of peace and solidarity.
Here, in the past few days, this is a pernicious trend. We will never allow the forces of darkness, the birds of night, the predators on the freedom of the ordinary man to take society to ransom. We will take strict action against the wrongdoers. People of Bengal have suffered enough. No more of this suffering. People have a right for peaceful living. That right will certainly be established at any cost. Yes, the forces of evil will certainly be contained, destroyed. This is going to be the final solution to this destructive trend which is benumbing society. We are with the people of Bengal. In this, there is no discrimination, there is no difference of opinion. We are all united to curb this trend and assure the people that they can enjoy freedom, peace, and intimidation and violence in politics will be eradicated once and for all. Thank you. Eradicated.
All right, viewers, I've just heard the governor's message in West Bengal, and in fact, we're getting more details coming in. The BJP also trying to hold a dharna there, and the BJP has been asking for better law and order situation in West Bengal. Let's go ahead once more and play out what the Bengal governor had to say, saying that we are all united.
Here, in the past few days, this is a pernicious trend. We will never allow the forces of darkness, the birds of night, the predators on the freedom of the ordinary man to take society to ransom. We will take strict action against the wrongdoers. People of Bengal have suffered enough. No more of this suffering. People have a right for peaceful living. That right will certainly be established at any cost. Yes, the forces of evil will certainly be contained, destroyed. This is going to be the final solution to this destructive trend, which is benumbing society. We are with the people of Bengal. In this, there is no discrimination, there is no difference of opinion. We are all united to curb this trend and assure the people that they can enjoy freedom, peace, and intimidation and violence in politics will be eradicated once and for all. Thank you.
So viewers, the West Bengal governor speaking there, saying that we are all united and also sending a very strong message of peace, saying that the people of Bengal are suffering, but there's something that can be overcome together. Now, we are also seeing an uneasy calm prevailing in Rishra and West Bengal's Hooghly district after fresh clashes were reported in the town. My colleague has filed this report from Rishra.
Fresh violence occurred again in Rishra on Monday night, and after that, allegedly, a huge number of glass bottles and stones were pelted towards police, and allegedly one police van was torched down by the mob, by the agitators, and all we can see now that the stones and broken glass bottles and the scenes in which we can clearly say that a huge violence was occurred here in Rishra near gate number 4, a rail crossing. Due to that, a huge number of passengers were waiting in different stations. The train services were disrupted, and now the police personnel are doing area domination in different parts of Rishra. And when will normalcy will be back in Rishra? This is now the biggest question. With video journalist Sanjay Nayyar, this is Bhaskar for Republic.
All right, viewers, getting in a first MEA response also coming in right now on China's provocation. The statement read in a quote here, and this is what the MEA has said after China has once again tried to rename areas in Arunachal Pradesh. MEA has said, this is India's stance. We have seen such reports. This is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright. Arunachal Pradesh is, has, and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality. So viewers, this is coming in after China has provoked once again on Arunachal Pradesh, and at the same time, what we also saw was the Congress trying to wade into the issue. We saw a tweet as well coming in from Mallikarjun Kharge, who said, and I quote here, "For the third time, China has dared to rename our areas in Arunachal Pradesh." That's what the tweet said. And also adding that after Galwan, the country is facing the consequences of Modi ji giving a clean chit to China. So what are Congress wading in, politicizing the entire issue, and even going to the extent of targeting the Prime Minister? So viewers, we're getting these details coming in where India has responded to China's provocation. Some more reactions.
Renaming all the border villages, whether it is Arunachal Pradesh, central region, or even in Ladakh, and they will stop our nomads from going and using the grazing grounds, which are basically in Indian territory. The recent efforts, what China has done is renaming many villages in Arunachal and showing them as Chinese territory. This is all their things towards salami slicing, and later on they'll lay claim to this and say that these villages were basically in their own territory, and that is why they've named them and start development works over there. The only way to counter China is to ensure and reduce India's trade deficit with it. We have been importing all sorts of things from China which are totally unnecessarily at the cost of our own manufacturing units. It is high time now that the government steps in and ensures that only essential items are imported from China, so that we do not provide China the money to carry on with its military activities or its other activities which are proactive.
All right, let's go straight to Lokesh Jindal of the Congress joining us on the phone line. Lokesh, I'm just coming to you. Firstly, thank you for joining us here. The big question that is being raised right now is that even though China has provoked for the third time, Congress in fact gone ahead. They have tweeted this out, and where they are directly blaming the Prime Minister of a country for something which has been happening for decades now. China has been provoking India for decades now, and Congress politicizing this issue. What is your take on this as someone from the Congress, a Congress leader?
See, first of all, this India is way more capable dealing with China than before. Our approach needs to be corrected. Why has the government reduced the defense expenditure? My first question. Defense expenditure has to be increased. We need to make our armed forces modernized, not by mere rhetorics, but with modern arms and ammunitions. Developing state-of-the-art military infrastructure across the borders and ensuring that we are able to deal with these challenges. Time and again, we are being challenged. We have to be more prepared rather than simply coming up with rhetoric. Yes, I agree with the speaker before.
All right, Lokesh, I'm getting some problem. We're getting some issues with you, with your phone line right now. Thank you so much for joining us, Lokesh Jindal of the Congress, for joining us here. And viewers, that's a top story right now, where India has rejected the China renaming villages ploy, which China has been using for multiple times now. Third attempt being made by China to rename areas in Arunachal Pradesh. So the MEA response has come in on China's provocation. The statement read, and I quote here, "We have seen such reports. This is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright. Arunachal Pradesh has been and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality." So this is the statement coming in from the MEA. Once more, China has tried to provoke again on Arunachal Pradesh. Let's move ahead to the other breaking updates coming in. All right, viewers, getting this details coming in where we know, and this is the update in the Kerala train case, the attacker has been arrested from Bulandshahr. The attacker in the Kerala train case has been arrested, viewers. That's the big breaking coming in. Now, the name of the attacker has been identified as Shahrukh Saifi. That's the name coming in right now, viewers. And he has been nabbed from Bulandshahr, viewers. That is a top breaking. Now, remember that the NIA team earlier had reached Kannur. Searches are being carried out as well. Those visuals coming in as well of the security personnel on the spot, the police on the spot.
So that's why we are reviewing where the security gaps are there, so that we can, installation of CCTVs, even at the station, some more stations. Already we have installed at 12, but now what we noticed is that even we need to install even at small stations also. Like Calicut, Palagat, and some stations we, at the moment, CCTVs are there. We thought that will help us to at least immediately identify and people who are getting in and getting out. Second is even in the coaches also installation of CCTVs, that also is in the pipeline. So now we will expedite that also quickly to do it because of this incident. So apart from that, as you know, because every train starting is not possible with limited strength. So we will be more emphasized on the technology solutions, especially like CCTVs. And maybe we may install at some places even luggage scanners also, so that any such inflammable liquids if somebody is carrying to find them. But practically, you all know that there are more than 100 stations. So at every station, keeping a security person may not be possible. But we will definitely take from this experience, and whatever to be done immediately, we will start processing for those, so that such incidents doesn't repeat. But at the moment, first this thing is, as you all know already, a task force has been formed from the state government side, and GRP is investigating that. So whatever assistance they needed from our side, so both as manpower, resources, as well as technology, we are rendering all the assistance to them to nab the accused at the area. So that is.
All right, so viewers, let's go straight to Varshini, who's joining us live right now. Varshini, take us through exactly what we know so far. Now, the big update coming in right now is that the identity of the accused is Shahrukh Saifi, and he has been arrested from Bulandshahr. That's what we are learning so far. Take us through the details that we have learned, Varshini.
Well, Shivangi, if you see, this particular person called Shahrukh Saifi has been on the suspect list for the railway police initially, and the railway police have made a sketch out of the witness's account, and that is how they were trying to locate this person called Shahrukh Saifi. The railway police initially, when they began the investigation, they found a mobile phone that they retrieved from the crime scene, and that is how they used to track this person down, is what we are learning from our sources from this information. And this person, Shahrukh Saifi, is based out of Noida, and he had travelled to Kozhikode recently, is what we are also picking up from our sources. But when exactly did he come down here, how long did his stay was, and who all did he meet during his stay in Kozhikode are the investigation details that currently we are waiting for. And as of now, as soon as this incident happened, this incident took place, Shahrukh Saifi immediately fled the scene, and we hear that he had run away to Bulandshahr, and that is where exactly the police have arrested him from. The Kerala Police's anti-terror squad has been that was constituted yesterday, had been searching for this person, and last night we learned from our sources that the anti-terror squad even moved to Noida to find out if this Shahrukh Saifi was there, and that is how they've ended up arresting him, is what we are picking up from our sources now, Shivangi. Therefore, this Shahrukh Saifi, as per the witness's account and as per the tracking of the mobile phone that the police retrieved from the railway tracks, from the crime scene, is how they have identified this person called Shahrukh Saifi, and more details on his history with the other terror organizations, or if he is related to any other radicalized group, is what is being under the question here. More details are being awaited from the Kerala police themselves to give detailed information on this matter, Shivangi.
Right, well, thank you, Varshini, for getting us all the details. Suspect arrested from Bulandshahr, NIA team also at the spot and investigating the case. All right, let's move ahead, viewers, to some other news which is coming in right now. We're getting some more news coming in, and this time around, we are seeing that this is, in fact, some breaking updates coming in right now. All right, viewers, more updates coming in from West Bengal. We just saw a short while back that the Bengal governor has given a message of peace and solidarity, and now we are learning the Bengal governor is going to visit Rishra. That's the big update coming in from West Bengal, the top detail coming in. Remember that according to the sources, we have learned that West Bengal governor will be visiting Hooghly. A short while back, we saw that there were fresh clashes reported in Rishra in West Bengal's Hooghly district, viewers. Already many shops are closed and few people were seen on the streets as prohibitory orders under Section 144 of the CRPC have remained in that area. Route marches were conducted in areas in Rishra and adjoining areas as well. So after that news is coming in, we are seeing that
সম্প্রদায়কে ভয় দেখানোর জন্য এবং মুসলিম ভোটকে রিগেন করার জন্য শিক্ষিত বুদ্ধিজীবী মুসলিমদেরকেও আমি আহ্বান জানাবো, আপনারা এগিয়ে আসুন, এগিয়ে এসে শান্তি প্রতিষ্ঠার জন্য একসাথে কাজ করুন এবং শান্তি প্রতিষ্ঠা করুন। মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়ের পাতা ফাঁদে পা দেবেন না। তৃণমূলের সাংসদরা পঞ্চায়েত
All right, viewers, so that's the update coming in. According to sources, Bengal governor will be visiting affected areas. He will be going to Rishra, viewers. And a short while back, we saw more developments coming in, where we saw that the BJP workers clash with the state police in Hooghly as well over its party chief, Sukanto Majumdar's protest against the ongoing stone pelting and other incidents coming in. All right, let's go back to Ishandeb, who's joining us. Ishandeb, now we're seeing a new update coming in where the Bengal governor has said that he will be soon going to Rishra. When will that happen?
Here with you from Bangla Newsroom, and what we are getting, the latest updates are after governor spoke to the media in the Kolkata airport. Now his convoy is en route to Rishra. He has taken the way which leads directly to Rishra. So we are not 100% sure whether he's going to return or not, but our sources of Governor House tells us that that's what he has planned. Now he's going to visit Vista, and there he'll be visiting the spots of crash sites where the crashes happened yesterday night and before that as well. Along with the governor's...
Right. Ishan Deb, I am just coming back to you in a moment because I know this is the big news that has come from West Bengal. But let's go ahead and once again hear what the West Bengal had to say a short moment back.
Here, in the past few days, this is a pernicious trend. We will never allow the forces of darkness, the birds of night, the predators on the freedom of the ordinary man to take society to ransom. We will take strict action against the wrongdoers. People of Bengal have suffered enough. No more of this suffering. People have a right for peaceful living. That right will certainly be established at any cost. Yes, the forces of evil will certainly be contained, destroyed. This is going to be the final solution to this destructive trend, which is benumbing society. We are with the people of Bengal. In this, there is no discrimination, there is no difference of opinion. We are all united to curb this trend and assure the people that they can enjoy freedom, peace, and intimidation and violence in politics will be eradicated once and for all.
All right, viewers, so we heard the West Bengal governor, and the big update coming in is also that the West Bengal governor will very soon be visiting Rishra. A short while back, my colleague has filed this report from Rishra, which saw fresh clashes earlier.
Fresh violence occurred again in Rishta on Monday night, and after that, allegedly, a huge number of glass bottles and stones were pelted towards police, and allegedly one police van was torched down by the mob, by the agitators, and all we can see now that the stones and broken glass bottles and the scenes in which we can clearly say that a huge violence was occurred here in Rishta near gate number 4, a rail crossing. Due to that, a huge number of passengers were waiting in different stations. The train services were disrupted, and now the police personnel are doing area domination in different parts of Rishta. And when will normalcy will be back in Rishta? This is now the biggest question. With video journalist Sanjay Nair, this is Bhaskar for Republic.
All right, viewers, so right now we just saw that report coming in from my colleague from Rishra, and very soon we believe that the West Bengal governor will be visiting Rishra very, very soon. He's on his way to Hooghly, that is very, very close to Rishra. Let's go ahead and play out this reaction coming in from the West Bengal government, because we are seeing an uneasy calm in some areas of West Bengal after fresh clashes were reported.
On the occasion of Ram Navami in Howrah district, there was a procession which was organized by BJP and VHP. We saw BJP workers in the procession brandishing pistols and swords and playing loud DJ. Now these videos were flagged in a press conference addressed by All India Trinamool Congress General Secretary Sri Abhishek Bandyopadhyay. What BJP had to say was that these videos were fake. What do we see today? We see that Shumit Sao, the individual who was carrying the pistol, which was shown in the video by TMC, was arrested from Munger, Bihar. He happens to be a resident of Salkia, Howrah. So Sumit has now confessed to this crime. He has confessed to the fact that yes, he was carrying this pistol in the BJP procession and that he is a BJP worker. So now what does BJP have to say about this? They are the ones who manufacture fake news and fake videos. We wait for their answer as to what they have to say about their BJP worker.
All right, viewers, getting some more breaking news coming in. It seems as the Bengal governor has now reached Hooghly, viewers. Remember that he's due to to go to Rishra. Rishra is in West Bengal's Hooghly district after fresh clashes were reported in the town. So right now, the news that we have got for you, the big update coming in, the West Bengal governor has now, I repeat, now reached Hooghly. Earlier, he had held a news briefing where he said that he gave a very big message of peace and calm and said that strict action will be taken against those who are guilty of fanning the tensions in the state. Remember that multiple areas in West Bengal are seeing unrest. Let's go to Kishalay, joining us live from the Republic Bangla newsroom. Kishalay, just take our viewers through what is the latest development coming in. The Bengal governor has now reached Hooghly district.
Well, exactly. We are breaking this first. West Bengal governor has already reached Hooghly. He has entered Hooghly district and already he is en route to Rishra, the violent hit areas. And also on the other hand, Sukanto Majumdar, state BJP president, is also en route to Srirampur, which is also in Hooghly. As soon as the state government came to know about Sukanto Majumdar's protest, sit-in protest in Srirampur in Hooghly district, they imposed 144, section 144.
We broke that a while back. That section 144 was there.
Only in Rishra area. Now it's also extended to Srirampur area as well. A while back, governor spoke to the media and he gave clear indication that he's looking into the situation of deteriorating law and order in West Bengal. He said that any force that is trying to destroy the
will be taken into account and will be punished. Now his convoy is en route to Rishra. He has already entered the Hooghly district. And in Hooghly district, he is now en route towards the violent hit areas, the core areas where violence was there. Right now, section 144 has been imposed. However, the governor's convoy is en route to that area. And also, Sukanto Majumdar, state BJP president, is also going to visit that area. His convoy is also en route. Therefore, we are expecting that they will be reaching in a while, and also we are expecting that there will be huge police deployment to stop Sukanto Majumdar from entering, because previously we saw the police said that any kind of political intervention or any kind of political people crowd won't be allowed to sit in there for any kind of protest. So at one hand you can see that Sukanto Majumdar is en route to Srirampur in spite of police asking him not to, and on the other hand the governor is going to visit the violence areas as well. That's a breaking. We have already reached Hooghly. In any moment we'll be reaching the clear areas of violence that yesterday night as well we saw violence happening and trains being stopped and bombed and stones being hurled. Shivangi.
Right. And like you're telling us, as the West Bengal governor is on his way to Rishra, we also are getting the news that the BJP is going to stage a dharna or a sit-in protest, but the police have denied permission in the dharna and they have said that that will not happen. So, but we know that you just told us that Sukanto is on his way to Srirampur.
Yes, exactly. Sukanto Majumdar told us exclusively that in spite of all kinds of restrictions, he will be visiting that area. In spite of section 144, he is going to stage that dharna because he wants to raise his voice against the violence on Ram Navami procession in Hooghly, in Rishra. On the other hand, we could see that the police was bringing down the stages that were being built for the BJP protest. The police destroyed and dismantled the stage. However, Sukanto Majumdar said that we will be sitting anywhere we can sit. I'll be reaching that area. Police might stop me. We saw yesterday how Sukanto Majumdar was stopped in Hooghly yesterday as well, and the day before he was stopped in Howrah. Sukanto Majumdar and Shubhendu Adhikari, both of them were stopped in different areas. Now Sukanto Majumdar is on route to Hooghly in Srirampur, and on the other hand, the governor, we are getting the latest update that the governor is even closer to that area. Governor is closer to that area, and he is going to visit any moment. He's going to visit the violence. He's in Kolkali now. So I'm sorry, he's in Bhadrakali now, which is very close to the violence areas. And he will be visiting the areas and meeting the people who are affected. That's what we are getting to know. That's the latest.
Right. So we're getting these top details coming in. The Bengal governor has reached Hooghly right now, and the governor visiting affected areas. So right now, if you could take our viewers through exactly what has the police planned, what has the administration planned when it comes to easing the tensions in West Bengal. We have been seeing tensions, stone pelting and arson for the past few days. Kishore.
If you can ask the question again, there's some audio issue. Shivangi, if you can ask the question again.
Kishore, just take our viewers through exactly what is planned in terms of easing the tensions in West Bengal, in a couple of areas of West Bengal.
Well, a huge police deployment has been placed in Howrah and Hooghly. Both of these areas were violent hit after Ramnavami processions. Right now, in Hooghly district, there are several places where forces are being deployed, barricades are being set up, and also the police is taking action and finding out who are behind all these vandalism that happened yesterday and day before yesterday. However, the BJP is alleging that the police is only acting on the people who are walking in the processions and not on them who were throwing stones or pelting stones. Therefore, it is, at one hand, the opposition is alleging that the police is doing partial inquiry, partial investigation. On the other hand, the police is saying that all the culprits will be arrested.
Right, Kishore. We'll just connect back to you in just a moment right now, but let's take our viewers through exactly what we can expect next. Now, the Bengal governor has taken a very, very strong stance when it comes to promoting peace in the state of West Bengal. He's saying that we are all united when it comes to maintaining peace in the state. He's also saying that those guilty of creating this unrest, they will be punished very, very strictly. Right now, the West Bengal governor is visiting affected areas. He is in Rishra right now. He is in Hooghly. He's taking stock of the situation there. And like Kishore was telling us, our Republic of Bangla reporter, he was telling us right now that huge police deployment is in many areas of West Bengal to maintain peace, viewers. A short while back, we also saw that the BJP workers have clashed with the police in Hooghly, because Sukanto Majumdar is planning to protest against the ongoing violence. He has been protesting against the violence also for the past few days, but he's also on his way. Sukanto Majumdar is on his way to Sri Rampur, where Sukanto is planning to stage a dharna or a sit-in protest, but the police have denied permission for the dharna, and right now what they're saying, they will not allow the dharna to take place. A short while back as well, fresh clashes reported in Rishra. That is exactly where West Bengal governor is right now. Rishra is in West Bengal's Hooghly district, which has been seeing unrest and stone pelting for the past few days. Kishore, I'm coming back to you right now. And Kishore, just take us through exactly what the governor is doing in Rishra in terms of maintaining peace, in terms of making sure that no other situation erupts there. Kishore, take us through those details.
Well, Shivangi, exactly what you rightly asked, that what is the situation right now and how the violence is contained right now. However, before that, I'll be just speaking about the breaking news that we are receiving right now. The press media which was following the governor's convoy was stopped by the police for a short while, and then after a while, the press was allowed to go as well. There was a ruckus just behind the governor's convoy about this incident. When the press and media crowd and the journalists were stopped from following the governor, from going along with the governor, there was a ruckus there. There was a problem there. After that, the press media was allowed to go along with the governor, and we saw that right now, we are also following the governor and where he is going, and he will be anytime visiting and reaching the violence hit areas. That's what we are getting to know. However, it was a complaint against the police that the police was not allowing the governor from entering, from the press. The police was not allowing the press and media from entering the governor, from entering the violence hit areas along with the governor. So there was a ruckus about that. Right now, police deployment has been increased in the whole area of Rishra, Hooghly, Sri Rampur and all that area. And also more forces are being sent from outside. Shivangi.
All right. Kishore getting us all the details as the West Bengal governor is visiting affected areas. Those visuals coming in as well. West Bengal governor assuring strict action right now, and just about to reach Rishra. He is in West Bengal's Hooghly district. This coming in, of course, after the West Bengal governor has made it very clear that peace should prevail in the state of West Bengal, and also making sure that and saying that he will not allow any kind of division in society, and the people of West Bengal should stand together and be united against any kind of division or any kind of violence which the state has been seeing for the past few days. We are seeing a very heavy police deployment as well in West Bengal in affected areas. The West Bengal governor assuring strict action at this point of time. A short while back in the morning itself, uneasy calm is prevailing in Rishra in West Bengal's Hooghly district after fresh clashes were reported in the town, and many shops have remained closed there. Section 144 of the CRPC has also been imposed in the area. Route marches have been conducted in affected areas in Rishra and adjoining Chirampur area, and internet services have been suspended as police have urged all people to maintain calm and do not fall for rumors. So this is what the police has said. Train services along the Havra-Bardhaman line have resumed after being affected by incidents of fresh clashes near railway gate number 4 in Rishra. And the governor there also expressing concern over the incidents of fresh violence in Rishra, and is likely to cut short his Darjeeling trip to come to West Bengal. He cut short his Darjeeling trip to come to West Bengal. Right now, you can see that he has just reached the violence-hit areas. The West Bengal governor, C.V. Anand Bose, cutting short his North Bengal Darjeeling trip and coming directly to Hooghly district, which has been seeing violence for the past few days now. And the West Bengal governor there, the violence-hit areas, he has assured strict action and also saying very, very clearly that peace has to be maintained and the people of West Bengal have to stand united to fight against any kind of division in society. We are also seeing that a lot of activity happening there as the West Bengal governor has reached Hooghly. We are seeing heavy police deployment as well, viewers. The West Bengal governor also saying that he has spoken to the Chief Secretary and Home Secretary to take note of the current situation. Kishore, I'm coming to you right now. The West Bengal governor reaching Hooghly.
West Bengal governor has reached Hooghly. He's right now in that violent area. Yesterday we saw in the same place, in this same place, there was fire, there was arson. The governor is speaking to the police there. He's trying to understand what exactly happened in that area. Right now we can see he's speaking to the police department. He's speaking to the officers of the police who were present there, and he's also trying to understand, take a note of what happened yesterday night in the same area where we can see governor is standing. There was arson yesterday and fire, and we can see that governor has already reached the area where violence was hit. Previously, the governor spoke in the airport about how he's going to punish. He's going to take care that all the culprits will be punished and no forces that is causing this ruckus and unholy situation in West Bengal will be left. He said that he will take care that all unholy forces, all forces that is destroying the peace in West Bengal will be punished. And right now, right after that, he took his conduct to the violent areas in Rishra. He's in Hooghly right now, Hooghly, Rishra, where all the clashes, all the violence happened since last 2 days, 2-3 days after the Ram Navami procession. He is there right now, taking a stock of the situation, talking to the police officials. He is there in ground zero, exactly where arson was there yesterday. Right now we can see governor trying to understand what happened. On the other hand, also, I just let you know that Sukanta Mojumdar, the state BJP president, is en route to Chirampur as well. Chirampur is also in Hooghly district. He's going to sit for a stage in Dharna. He's going to sit for a Dharna against all the violence. We can see live visuals from there for our viewers. I just brief that this is the area where fresh violence happened yesterday in Hooghly. There was fire, there was arson, bombs were being hurled. This is the area where trains pass. There's a train line just behind, and trains were stopped bombs were being hurled at the planes and stone pelting was done, along with more violence that happened in this area. The governor of West Bengal, C.V. Anand Bose, is himself present in that particular area, taking a stock of what has happened since yesterday, day before yesterday, and now he's trying to understand, according to our sources, what police arrangement has been made in order to, number one, stop more violence, and number two, to take action against anyone who has committed such offences since last 2 days. He is asking the police, trying to understand from the police that what action has been taken. That's the live visuals coming directly from Hooghly in West Bengal, from the areas which were hit by violence since the last 2 days. Shivangi.
Right. So we can see that the Bengal governor is right there in Hooghly, and we are seeing that he's taking stock of the situation, talking to the police and other security personnel at the spot to understand what exactly is happening in Rishra. Remember that earlier he's already appealed for peace, and he's at the violence-hit areas. These are visuals coming in right now, and I'm coming back to Kishore. If you could take our viewers through exactly what we can expect next, because the West Bengal governor taking stock of the situation. On the other hand, we're seeing the BJP who has planned a big dharna and a sit-in protest, but the BJP not getting permission from the police to do so far.
Exactly, Shivangi. At one hand, BJP has not got the permission for that protest which they have planned, and they have planned for, let me tell you, that they have planned for quite a big protest. There will be a huge crowd there. Sukanta Majumdar is in fact going there. On the other hand, governor is talking to Chandanagar police commissioner. Chandanagar is the area police commissionerate under which all these areas of violence fall. He is talking to the police commissioner, Amit P. Jagardi. He is talking to the police commissioner himself. The police commissioner is present there, giving him all the details about the violence that happened since last 2 or 3 days. The governor seems, his body language is clearly very worried. He is worried about all the violence that happened since yesterday, since day before yesterday. He gave repeated statements. We took his exclusive interview 2 days back after the Howrah violence, where he repeatedly said that he will take care that everyone who has done such offense will be punished, and he has also said that such unholy attempts will be stopped in the future as well. Today, he rushed back from North Bengal. The governor was present in North Bengal for G20 summit that's going on in Siliguri, which is a city in North Bengal. However, after the press violence yesterday night, which happened in Rishra, the governor rushed back in a flight. He rushed back from North Bengal to Kolkata, and directly from the airport, he took a vehicle. He took his car to this violence-hit Rishra, to this violence-hit areas in Hooghly. Therefore, it is very evident that the governor is worried about the situation. It is very evident that he is taking personal stock of the whole situation. He is talking to the police commissioner of Chandanagar Police Commissionerate in Hooghly, and he is trying to understand what is the police arrangement right now. He is trying to understand what has the police done to punish the culprits who has caused such ruckus in the last 2 days. Apart from that, as you have rightly asked, that what's going to be the next action there, because we see that BJP has also reached Sukanta Majumdar. Sukanta Majumdar is also very close to Hooghly. He is very close to Srirampur, and right now he is also reaching Srirampur. That's one thing. And on the other hand, the governor is there in the violence-hit areas, the areas which was where arson was there yesterday. He is taking a stock. So there's a question that whether Sukanta Majumdar will be allowed to sit for the dharna he's planning. He told Republic TV exclusively a while back that he will be visiting that place in spite of all restrictions, and he will be protesting against the violence. He has already reached that area, very close to that area. He's walking right now. He's right now in Dakshineshwar, which is very close, and he's on his way towards Hooghly. And he said that he will be reaching that area and sit wherever he is stopped. And the police also, on the other hand, the administration is also on the other hand, imposed Section 144 on a larger area. Previously, only Rishra was under Section 144. Now even Srirampur, where Sukanta Majumdar is going to visit, is also under Section 144. So right now, Sukanta Majumdar is in Dakshineshwar, which is en route to Hooghly. It's in the middle of the way, and he's there right now. In a while, Sukanta Majumdar will also reach. Right now, we can see live visuals. The governor is still there. His body language is clear. He's very worried about what's going on in Bengal. He's very worried about what's going on in Howrah and Hooghly, two adjacent districts of West Bengal. These two are very close districts of West Bengal, just adjacent to each other. And both of these districts were hit by communal violence, were hit by clashes, were hit by arsons and stone pelting since Ramnavami and Ramnavami processions were attacked. The BJP, the opposition and the BJP was asking that whether the police can do proper investigation in this matter, because police clearly is partial. The BJP is saying the police is partial, and therefore the BJP wants NIA to come in this matter. BJP wants NIA to take up the investigation. So at one hand, BJP is asking for NIA. The governor has been also given letters by the BJP about such NIA investigation. So governor is right now himself in that place, and he's also going to talk to Amit Shah, the Home Minister, as we are getting to know. He already had a conversation with Amit Shah previously as well. So whether the governor goes and sees that the situation is bad enough that the investigation may be handed over to NIA or not, that is one thing to see. Whether he'll be writing to Amit Shah about the situation and whether NIA investigation will be started in this matter or not is yet to be seen. However, what is already happening is the West Bengal governor right now, C.V. Anand Bose, taking a stock of the situation. He's walking through that area where violence happened, where yesterday night all those actions that we saw of fire, arson, stone pelting and bomb hurling happened. He's walking through that area himself in the ground zero. He's looking at those areas, looking at those violent spots, all the spots of violence, and also talking to the commissioner of Chandanagar Police Commissionerate. He's talking to the police commissioner and trying to understand. Amit P. Jagalji, his name is, the police commissioner's name is Mr. Amit. He's talking to Amit P. Jagalji. He's trying to understand what action did the police take, what action the police already took, and what action they are going to take against all those who have caused such ruckus and violence. And on the other hand, Sukanta Majumdar, after offering his prayers in Dakshineshwar temple, is right now heading towards Rishra. And we are showing to our audience, to our viewers, in both of these windows, in the left window, we can see how the police is dismantling the stage which was set for BJP Dharna protest. The police officers came and dismantled the whole stage. The police said that here is section 144. You cannot stage a Dharna there. Sukanta Majumdar told us, Republic TV over phone, that they will be sitting for a Dharna protest there. On the other hand, on the right-hand side of the window, we can see, our viewers can see that the governor is walking through the violence-hit areas, walking through the areas which was hit by violence yesterday and day before yesterday, especially the area where the train stations are there and the train lines are there. We saw that yesterday the train was stopped. The train which goes from Howrah to Bardhaman was stopped for 4 hours. For a stretch of 4 hours, and the passengers were also hit by violence. There was bomb hurling and pelting of stones. The governor, C.V. Anand Bose himself, is taking a stock of the situation. Shivangi.
Right. So Kishan is getting us our top updates right now, and we can see that the Bengal governor is in Hooghly. As of now, he is in Rishra in Hooghly. Now, we also know a short while back that Amit Shah had spoken to the Bengal governor on the violence, especially in Howrah. The Home Minister had gotten in touch with the governor and he had taken the stock of the situation from the governor, Kishore.
Well, exactly. BJP has written multiple letters to the governor and the Home Minister as well. That's what Sukanta Majumdar and Suvendu Adhikari, both of them said yesterday and day before yesterday. They also demanded for NIA investigation in the whole matter of violence. So the governor already has the letters, has the reports from BJP, from the opposition about NIA investigation in this matter of violence. Especially the BJP is pointing out that if Bengal police, if West Bengal police is investigating this matter, then the investigation will be partial. The ones who created the violence...
Kishore, yes, absolutely. I'm coming back to you in just a moment. Because the governor is visiting the clash site in Rishra as we speak. I'm also being joined by Priyanka Tibrewal of the BJP from West Bengal. Thank you for joining us, Priyanka. Right now, we know that Sukanto Majumdar is on his way to Srirampur and he wants to hold a dharna. Has the police given any kind of permission? Because last time we heard the police is not giving any permission for the BJP to hold the sit-in protest.
See, as usual, the police of Mamata Banerjee will give no permission to BJP. And there's a very sect which doesn't require any permission, and we all know that. One who is very close to Mamata Banerjee. Now the question is, after all this attacks and mob lynching and whatever has happened in front of your eyes, you are seeing that people are being arrested. But who are actually being arrested are not the perpetrators. They are the Ram Bhakts, the Hindu Bhakts who participated in the procession. They are being pulled out from the houses and being arrested. BJP boys are being pulled out from the houses and arrested. So this investigation, this is a shoddy investigation which is being done by the West Bengal police. And this immediately needs to go into other hands of some independent agency. Otherwise, there will be no investigation in this. The culprits, the miscreants, they will roam freely.
Right. And we are seeing a war of words also being played out right now. The TMC alleging that the BJP is behind the violence and the other way around. What is your reaction on that?
See, you can very well understand that who is at fault here. It is, of course, the West Bengal government who is at fault, because the same place is being attacked on a consecutive year when they had full knowledge that they need to take protection, but the police was just a mute spectator over there. So this means that this kind of attack which happened on the Hindu Bhakts was intentional. They were prepared to attack like this, and then just because the CM is now provoking them more, because she has given statements that the more will happen on 6th. How does she know that more will happen on 6th? Because it is she who is trying to instigate people to attack once again.
Right. And just one short answer from you, Priyanka Tibrewal. What's the plan today when it comes to the BJP's actions, when it comes to the protests that they have planned, when it comes to the sit-in dharna that they have planned? So what does the BJP plan to do today?
See, our president has already proceeded towards Srirampur, and he has complete right. Why should he be denied permission? He is not carrying any arms with him, whereas people who attacked the mob, pure police was standing there. They were seeing that people are pelting stones. They were seeing that people are using crude bombs, but police didn't stop them. And police is trying to stop the opposition because we are the voice here.
All right. Thank you, Priyanka Tibrewal, Bengal BJP leader, for joining us. Also being joined right now by Professor Manujit Mondal, political analyst who has joined us on Republic TV. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mondal. Your sense of the situation in West Bengal, especially when it comes to the Bengal governor there. Now, the Bengal governor also very clearly saying that these kind of incidents will not be tolerated of violence. Also asking the entire society in West Bengal, everyone in West Bengal, to stay united and not be divided by any reason whatsoever. Mr. Mondal.
I think that should be the approach. But look at the approach of the BJP, starting from the rank and file of Bengal BJP to the Delhi BJP. The Home Minister himself has called up Mr. Sukanta Majumdar, not the Chief Minister, not the Governor. What does it suggest? They want these things to continue. None, absolutely none have appealed for peace and calm. I think Governor is the first, because Governor is also from the central government side, to do so. And we thank you for doing that. Look at the kind of statement. Now they want to go to this disturbed area. Sukanta Majumdar, Shubhendu Adhikari, Dilip Ghosh, I appeal to the government of West Bengal to restrain them legally if possible, because they want this fire to continue for their political gain. In the history of Indian political system, in the last 50 years, it has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that wherever there is this kind of communal violence, BJP has gained politically. This is their, specific modus operandi, which we have been seeing since 1992. BJP rose to this kind of prominence, to rioting, to violence, to arsenal. Everyone knows that. And that's why none of them, we are all appealing to the people of Bengal to stay united, as like the governor. Mamata Ji has appealed to the people of West Bengal since the last week itself, that yes, you celebrate Ram Navami, you also celebrate Rosa, but peacefully. These people what they were deviating from the actual norms. I tell you, they are not going to that particular area to shake hands with our Muslim brothers who are celebrating Rosa. They are fasting throughout the day. They went there with the intent to provoke and attack. The vegetable carts were attacked. The fruit vendors were attacked. Deliberate attempt on the part of the BJP. First, they deviated from the route permitted, and then they deliberately attacked them. Did they go there to shake hands with the other community who is also celebrating their Ramjan? Ram and Ramjan, I tell you, they go hand in hand in Bengal. Only in some pockets these people are trying to create communal tension, which will be rejected by the people of Bengal, as we have been living together for centuries, for ages. Bengal has never seen this kind of communal violence before 2016. Before 2016 also we celebrated Ram Navami. Before 2016 also we celebrated Hanuman Jayanti. But this kind of rampages, this kind of political communal violence is deliberately provoked and stoked by political leaders in the responsible position had never been there in Bengal. It is a culture imported by BJP, and that's why I tell you they were rejected in 2021 and they will be rejected in 2024 as well.
Right. Also, Mr. Mondo, we are seeing that as these clashes are reported, as we are seeing stone pelting, of course, the words of the governor, they are very reassuring because he's talking about peace, he's talking about solidarity, but we are seeing at the same time a political war of words playing out, both the TMC and the BJP engaging in a war of words and blaming each other.
You see, whether the stone pelts or whether the people carrying guns and swords, they are criminals. They have no religion. And the people from both sides have been arrested and they will be nabbed. There's no question of tolerating either sides of as far as these classes are concerned. But look,
গতকাল যে কয়েকটি অঞ্চলে ছিল আজকে তার থেকে অনেক বেশি অঞ্চল 144 ধারা বিরাজ করছে। অর্থাৎ গতকাল পুলিশ কোনো কিছু সামলাতে পারেনি, পুলিশ নিজে সেটা অ্যাডমিট করছে যে 144 ধারা বাড়াতে হলো, তাদেরকে এরিয়াটা বাড়াতে হলো।
सर अपने गवर्नर के पास भी टाइम मांगे।
गवर्नर के पास 3 बजे हम मिलेंगे। हम मतलब हमारे बीजेपी का प्रतिनिधि दल, अगर मैं उधर से आ पाया सबसे मिलके तो मैं भी आ जाऊंगा।
आप लोग क्या बोलेंगे सर? 356 के लिए
हम सेंट्रल इंटरवेंशन के लिए मांग करेंगे। वो 356 सही होगा कि 355 लागू होगा रिश्ता के ऊपर, वो तो जो होम मिनिस्ट्री है उसका जुरिस्डिक्शन है, उसमें हम नहीं फंसना चाहते, वो होम मिनिस्ट्री तय करेगी।
सर आप लोगों का सेंट्रल लीडरशिप ऑलरेडी ये बोल रहे हैं कि बंगाल में प्रेसिडेंस रूल इम्प्लीमेंट होना चाहिए, नहीं तो बंगाल का जो हालत है, जो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन है, वो तो सही नहीं है।
कल जो घटना घटी, रेल के ऊपर पथराव हुआ, ट्रेन के ऊपर पथराव हुआ, जो सीए के समय जैसा सिचुएशन हुआ था वही सिचुएशन फिर से रिपीट करने की कोशिश चल रही है। और मुझे लगता है कि सेंट्रल होम मिनिस्टर श्री अमित शाह जी सब कुछ जानते हैं, उनके साथ हम कांटेक्ट में भी है और वो व्यवस्था लेंगे, सही व्यवस्था लेंगे।
All right, that was BJP State Chief Sukanto Majumdar. He's saying that the BJP and other BJP leaders are going to meet the governor, also asking for intervention in the matters of the central government when it comes to maintaining law and order situation in the state of West Bengal. So that was Sukanto Majumdar, who is also planning a sit-in and a dharna protest, which has, for what the permission has been denied, viewers. So we're getting these details coming in. The Bengal BJP chief Sukanto Majumdar speaking there, saying that he will be speaking to the governor. And he's also visiting Sri Rampur in Hooghly for a sit-in protest against what happened in Rishra. There were fresh clashes reported in Rishra, which is in West Bengal's Hooghly district, viewers. We're getting these details coming in. Also, we know Section 144 has been imposed in Hooghly district. According to reports, Section 144 has been imposed in a large area of Hooghly, which includes Rishra and most of Sri Rampur. So we're getting these details as the West Bengal governor is there in Rishra at this point of time, taking stock of the situation. Sukanto Majumdar saying that he will be meeting the governor as well after a point of time, after a short while. He also said that he will demand a central intervention when it comes to maintaining the law and order situation. Let's go back to Kishinai. Kishinai, we just heard Sukanto Majumdar. He was due to reach Sri Rampur. Has he reached Sri Rampur? He's also saying that he will speak to the governor very, very shortly.
Well, exactly. The breaking is that 3 p.m. now, 3 p.m. today, Sukanta Majumdar said BJP team will be meeting the governor. Now it is to be seen whether this meeting will happen in Hooghly itself. The governor is in Hooghly, the violent hit areas. He is taking a stock of those areas. On the other hand, Sukanta Majumdar is going towards Hooghly. He is en route to Hooghly after prayers at Dakshineshwar temple. And he told the media, he said very clearly that he is going to speak to the governor. The BJP team is going to meet at and probably the governor will also speak in a while. The governor will speak in a while.
लेकिन अपने ही देश में बंगाल और बिहार में जो स्थिति पैदा कर दो कि रामनवमी के समय भी आपको शांतिपूर्वक शोभा यात्रा ना निकलने दी जाए, आगजनी हो, पथराव हो, हत्या पर मजबूर कर दिया जाए, उस देश में जहां पर देश के प्रधानमंत्री दुनिया भर के देशों को कहते हैं दिस इज नॉट द एरा ऑफ वॉर, ये युद्ध का समय नहीं है, दिस इज द टाइम टू डिस्कस, डेलिब्रेट एंड बी पार्ट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी एंड डिसाइड. और दुनिया
against its nation to destabilize it and also to see that Atmanirbhar for Bharat, which our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has declared, they are trying to prevent it. Atmanirbhar for Bharat also includes Atmanirbhar for Bengal. We will strive together. We will root peace in society. Peace will be established. Peace will be established. Criminals will be put behind bars and never ever will it be allowed to repeat in this noble state. Thank you, sir.
All right, we just heard CV Anand Bose, West Bengal governor there, speaking once again after reaching Rishra, and he's taking a stock of the situation, once more saying that that peace has to be established. Those were his very, very clear words coming in, making it very clear that it's very important to establish peace in the state of West Bengal, also saying that those guilty will be punished. Strict action will be taken against them. So we're getting these back-to-back details coming in. West Bengal governor saying peace should be established there. Remember that he is right now in Rishra, where there's uneasy calm. This is in Hooghly's district. There were fresh clashes reported earlier in the day, viewers, and Section 144 has been imposed in the area. Just going back to you right now, Kishale, we are seeing fresh developments coming in. Number one, we just saw CV Anand Bose, who is the West Bengal governor. He is saying very clearly that peace has to be established. And number two, we also know Sukanta Majumdar has said that he will be meeting the West Bengal governor around 3 p.m. today. Kishale.
Well, exactly, Shivangi. Back to that, two breakings back to that. First of all, Sukanta Majumdar very clearly said that the BJP team will be meeting the governor at 3 p.m. Now the question is whether the BJP team will be meeting the governor at Hooghly at the violence spot, or they will be meeting somewhere else. That's a question, because the governor is in Hooghly right now, taking the stock of the situation. On the other hand, the BJP team, along with Sukanta Majumdar, is also going towards Hooghly. They are en route still after their prayers at Dakshineshwar temple. So the question is whether that meeting, that anticipated meeting, will be happening at the violence hit areas, at the violence hit district of Hooghly. And if that meeting happens, then what will happen to the administration action about imposing Section 144 in all those areas? The administration is saying that the whole area is under Section 144. There will be no crowd, no person, no political person will be allowed to sit in there for any kind of dharna. So how will Sukanta Majumdar or BJP team meet the governor? That's the question. On the other hand, the governor again spoke to the media. Again, he made it very clear to the people of West Bengal and the country that he is taking a stock of the situation. He is analyzing the situation. That's what he said. Quote unquote, he is analyzing the situation, and he said that no culprit will be allowed to go astray without being punished. Shivangi, he said that all the criminals who has done such mistakes who has done such violence will be taken care of, will be taken into account. He also mentioned very emphatically that the Prime Minister's Atmanirbhar Bharat includes Atmanirbhar Bangla, which means the self-sufficient India of the Prime Minister, what the Prime Minister dreams, will also include a self-sufficient Bengal, not also under the purview of the whole scheme. Therefore, the governor making it clear that he is taking a stock of the situation, he is analyzing the situation, he is trying to understand who are the culprits, and also he emphasized that the fight will be unitedly done, and by that he means that the state government and the central government will be fighting against all this violence together. That's what he tried to imply. So the governor came back in a hurried manner from North Bengal. He was supposed to be present at the G20 summit at North Bengal, the city of Siliguri. He came back from there hurriedly and directly from the airport. He is now, as we are seeing live visuals in the right-hand side of the screen for the viewers, we are
फैलाएं कि बिहार में अब कोई धार्मिक जुलूस नहीं निकलेगा और वहाँ की सरकार उसे संरक्षण दे और भाईचारा कहे। भाईचारा के नाम पर हिंदू अपना धार्मिक उत्सव भी ना मना पाए।
तो भविष्य क्या दिखता है?
भविष्य ये दिख रहा है कि हिंदुओं पर खतरा मंडरा रहा है। ये हिंदुओं को दबाने वाले लोगों को, दंगाइयों को संरक्षण दे रहे हैं। इसका जवाब 2024 और 25 के चुनाव में देगा।
एक दादा बंगाल से भी मेरा सवाल है। आप बंगाल की घटनाएं हुई है, ममता बनर्जी आगाह कर रही है कि हनुमान जयंती के समय में भी ऐसा हो सकता है। वो लगातार इस चीज को लेकर के कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा, लेकिन आगाह जरूर कर रही है।
ये तो ममता बनर्जी ही कराती हैं, तो किसको कहेंगे? ममता बनर्जी खुद भाषण दे रही हो कि रमजान है, हिंदू अपना रमजान तक सारे दरवाजे उत्सव बनाना बंद कर दो, चाहे रामनवमी हो, चाहे हनुमान जयंती हो, चाहे कोई जयंती हो। हिंदू द्वितीय दर्जे का नागरिक है बंगाल में। और अब तो हालत ये हो गया है, हिंदू अब पलायन कर रहे हैं। ये उसको पाकिस्तान और बांग्लादेश बनाना चाहते हैं।
All right, that was BJP's Giriraj Singh, who was speaking on the violence in Bihar and also in West Bengal, and blaming the TMC for the riots and the unrest that erupted ever since the occasion of Ram Navami. In fact, he said that it's Ramzan over Ram Navami for the Mamata government. Also, viewers, we're getting you live visuals. We're getting you the right of your screens is CV Anand Bose, who is West Bengal's governor, who is at Rishra, and he is assuring the people of bringing those people responsible for the violence to book. He has assured that the people will be punished, and there are more reactions that are coming in on this story. Let's take a listen in.
The occasion of Ram Navami in Howrah district, there was a procession which was organized by BJP and VHP. We saw BJP workers in the procession brandishing pistols and swords and playing loud DJ. Now these videos were flagged in a press conference addressed by All India Trinamool Congress General Secretary Sri Abhishek Bandyopadhyay. What BJP had to say was that these videos were fake. What do we see today? We see that Shumit Sao, the individual who was carrying the pistol, which was shown in the video by TMC, was arrested from Munger, Bihar. He happens to be a resident of Salkia, Howrah. So Sumit has now confessed to this crime. He has confessed to the fact that yes, he was carrying this pistol in the BJP procession and that he is a BJP worker. So now what does BJP have to say about this? They are the ones who manufacture fake news and fake videos. We wait for their answer as to what they have to say about their BJP worker.
मौजूदा समय में ये अत्यंत प्रासंगिक विषय भी है। दुनिया के एक हिस्से में जहां लंबे समय से युद्ध चल रहा है, वहीं भारत में भी देखूं तो जहां एक और शांति का वातावरण है, वहां पर भी रामनामी की शोभा यात्रा पर उसको शांति से नहीं निकलने देते, ऐसी घटनाएं भी सामने आती हैं। जहां भारत के एक हिस्से में पश्चिम बंगाल की मुख्यमंत्री ये कह देती हैं कि हिंदू इस इलाके में ना जाएं, तो क्या मुख्यमंत्री ही समाज को बांटने पर आ गई, क्षेत्र को बांटने पर आ गई? अपने आप में चिंता का विषय खड़ा हो जाता है। किसी दुनिया के दो देशों के बीच में युद्ध चल रहा हो तो एक अलग बात है, लेकिन अपने ही देश में बंगाल और बिहार में जो स्थिति पैदा कर दो कि रामनवमी के समय भी आपको शांतिपूर्वक शोभा यात्रा ना निकलने दी जाए, आगजनी हो, पथराव हो, हत्या पर मजबूर कर दिया जाए, उस देश में जहां पर देश के प्रधानमंत्री दुनिया भर के देशों को कहते हैं दिस इज नॉट द एरा ऑफ वॉर, ये युद्ध का समय नहीं है, दिस इज द टाइम टू डिस्कस, डेलिब्रेट एंड बी पार्ट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी एंड डिसाइड। और दुनिया उस बात को मानती है, लेकिन अपने ही देश के दो राज्यों के मुख्यमंत्री एक जहां इस तरह की बातें करते हैं और पक्षपात करने का काम करते हैं, वो अपने आप में बहुत बड़े प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा करता है कि क्या ये वायलेंस के पीछे एक वर्ग है या ये तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति उनको और हवा देने का काम करती है? क्या वोट बैंक की राजनीति में हम अशांति फैलाने का काम इस तरह से भी किया जाता है? ये अपने आप में बहुत सारी चुनौतियां, समस्याएं देश के सामने खड़ा करता है।
We will never allow the miscreants, the hooligans and the goons to take the law into their hands. The police will come down heavily on them. These dark forces, forces of evil, will be brought to book. We will dare them in the den. People of Bengal have a right for peaceful living. That right will be established. Bengal has been suffering this kind of criminalization of politics for a long time. There we will put a final end to it. It says there is no political differences. The government of India, the state government, political parties, the media, the common man, the silent majority will all join hands and see that mobocracy is rooted out in this democratic land. We see this as a result of those who have connived against India, the Break India Brigade, and those who are working against its nation to destabilize it, and also to see that arraignment for Bharat, which our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi has declared, they are trying to prevent it.
The Bengal Governor CV Anand Bose speaking to the media and assuring that the culprits will be behind the bar. My colleague Kishola is joining us on the phone line for more. Kishola, we heard what the governor had to say, but are you really picking up on anything like the governor having any communications with the TMC, with the ruling government of the state? Because we know that Mamata Banerjee herself, the chief minister, is also the home minister. She's been missing on ground. We have not seen her taking cognizance or doing any kind of inspection yet. But has the governor tried to reach out, and has there any meeting, or is there any meeting in store with her?
Well, exactly. What we are seeing is that the governor is at the spot, and as you rightly pointed out, as of yet, the chief minister has not visited the spot. However, yesterday she very clearly, from Digha, she very clearly spoke about how she is blaming the BJP for all this violence, for all these clashes, etc. The governor clearly said that he is taking a stock of the whole situation. We can see live visuals of the governor present in the violence hit areas, in ground zero, exactly where yesterday we saw arson was there. Yesterday we saw stone pelting was there. The governor is present in that particular area. He's present, taking a stock of that area, talking to the police commissioner, Mr. Amit P. He's talking to Mr. Amit, police commissioner of Chandanagar, police commissionerate, and he's is trying to understand that what action the police has taken. On the other hand, yesterday the governor spoke, a day before yesterday also the governor spoke to the chief minister, and they had a conversation about the deteriorating law and order situation in West Bengal and how such situation could be prevented. However, today, we do not know whether the governor has already spoken to the chief minister or not. However, it is very sure that the governor is going to these areas, violence hit areas. He's taking a stock of those areas. He said to the media that I am analyzing the situation right now. I am analyzing what has happened right now, and I'll be taking care that all the culprits, all the people who are responsible for such violence will be punished. The governor came back hurriedly from North Bengal. He was in North Bengal. He was going to attend the G20 summit, which was happening in Siliguri. He came from North Bengal hurriedly in order to visit these areas. We saw that he came to the airport. He spoke to the media. He said that all the culprits will be punished and all the forces who are creating such disturbances in Bengal and to the Bengal people will be punished as well. And he requested for peace and tranquility, and as soon as he finished, he took his car, he took his vehicle, and now he is in the violence hit areas. On the other hand, Shukanta Majumdar, the BJP president of West Bengal, is en route to Srirampur as well, Hooghly as well. We just broke a while back that the BJP is going to meet the governor at 3 p.m. That's what Shukanta Majumdar said. Shukanta Majumdar declared that the BJP team is going to meet the governor at 3 p.m. today. So that's what we are looking at, whether the BJP team will meet governor at Rishra, the violence hit areas or not, because all those areas are under section 144.
Absolutely, of course, we will be tracking all those details. Thank you so much for the time being, Kishore, for joining us with all those inputs. Republic TV will, of course, remain on that coverage, and the big story we have been tracking. Viewers, remember, Bengal governor has visited Rishra. He's assured putting the culprits behind the bars, and on the other hand, we also have the BJP, who is also set to stage protest, unrelenting, and also set to meet the governor at 3 p.m. Republic TV will be keeping an eye on all of that, but right now, it's time for a quick break. We will be back with lots more on the other side. All right, coming up, of course, lots more on the other side. Bhutan King's visit in India. It's day 2 of Bhutan King's visit in India, and Wangchuk will be meeting several top leaders of India, and we will be tracking that story as well. Stay tuned. And hush money scandal haunts Donald Trump. Former US president is in New York as he's all set to surrender.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words?
And that is Christian Michel. First visual on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Yes. Let's beat Chidambaram right now. He's been Mr. Vazir, why? Because it was a case, I believe, that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी नतीजे
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here. Are they trying to stop? Today the whole nation, what exactly are your thoughts? Why must
रामनवमी जुलूस में उपद्रव के बाद नालंदा जिले में अभी भी स्थिति तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। हमारे साथ ये देखिए, ये महिला बटालियन है जो कि मार्च कर रही है। बिल्कुल कर्फ्यू सा नजारा है। देख सकते हैं कि आसपास के जो दुकान हैं सभी बंद हैं। स्थिति जो है तनावपूर्ण बनी हुई है। एक युवक के मौत के बाद 2 लोग जख्मी हुए हैं। 62 लोगों की गिरफ्तारी हो चुकी है। धारा 144 पूरे नालंदा जिले में लगा हुआ है।
The BJP Shiv Sena. Savarkar Gaurav Yatra has already been commenced, and we can see the Chief Minister of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde, who has been present in the same yatra, and this is against the statement of Rahul Gandhi. We remember in the last press conference where Rahul Gandhi has stated that he is Gandhi and not Savarkar, and Gandhi never apologized. Right after which we saw there was a press conference that was called in by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, clearly condemning the statement of Rahul Gandhi, and there they have announced that there will be a Savarkar Gaurav Yatra across Maharashtra. So it has been started from today. It will go on till 8th of April.
Troubled with the words that they've used, Mr. Something. Are you troubled with the words? I'm asking.
And that is Christian Michel. First visuals on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you give facts to India? Chidambaram has been arrested right now. Let's be Chidambaram right now. On there it is. He's been arrested. Mr. Wazir, why because it was a case, I believe that was closed by the police itself. They're trying to stop us.
NIA की टीम बाजे को लेकर यहाँ पहुंची है क्योंकि एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय किए गए थे इसी
200 to 300 supporters are gathered here at Hadar. They're trying to stop this.
All right, we're getting in the first MEA response on China's provocation. The statement reads, and I quote, "We have seen such reports, and this is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright. Arunachal Pradesh is, has been, and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality," unquote. That is the latest we're getting in. Remember, we know how last evening China was at it again, provoking, and we saw how China had renamed several parts of, we had announced new names for 11 sports and had a new name for Arunachal Pradesh as well. But now the MEA, the External Affairs Ministry of India, has hit back. In fact, Union Minister Anurag Thakur has hit out, and now India is, of course, is hitting back on China, as Congress, of course, remains a publicist for China and for Chinese officials. But we do know that the MEA has now answered back and had a scathing attack, and they have reiterated that Arunachal is, will, and it will remain a part of India, an integral and inalienable part of India. That is the latest we are getting in. Remember, the Vadra Congress has continued to amplify its China narrative, but India has hit back at China yet again. Let's take a reaction and the MEA's reaction as well.
मोदी सरकार की एक और कलंक गाथा भारत के सम्मान के लिए लज्जाजनक दिवस है मोदी सरकार पर। 11 नाम अरुणाचल के, जहां से कानून मंत्री आते हैं, जो कानून को छोड़ के हर राय दे देते हैं। अरुणाचल, वहां नाम बदलकर चीन, चाइनीज नेम कर दिए गए। गांव के नाम है, नदियों के नाम है, पहाड़ों के नाम है। एक तरह से उसने भौगोलिक रूप से अपनी धृष्टता चीन ने जाहिर कर दी है। अरुणाचल पर नाम बदलकर कब्जे का उद्घोष किया है, और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी अपनी फ्रंटल एजेंसियों की तरह इस्तेमाल होने वाले केंद्रीय एजेंसियों का गुणगान करने में लगे हुए हैं। अरे भारत की चिंता करिए प्रधानमंत्री जी, इसकी एकता, अखंडता की रक्षा जो हमारे जवान प्राणों की आहुति देके करते हैं। आपकी कमजोर कूटनीतिक नीति के कारण, विदेश नीति के कारण हमारी संप्रभुता पर राजनीतिक रूप से चोट की गई, और आप चीन के सामने मुंह खोलने में डरते हैं। अरे आप यहां अडानी को बचाने में लगे हैं, और वहां देश की सीमाओं पर जिस तरह से देश की सीमा के अंदर घुसकर अरुणाचल जो हमारा अभिन्न अंग है उस पे चीन नामकरण करे अपनी चीनी भाषा।
All the border villages, whether it is Arunachal Pradesh, central region or even in the Ladakh, and they will stop our nomads from patrol going and using the grazing grounds which are basically in Indian territory. The recent efforts what China has done is renaming many villages in Arunachal and showing them as Chinese territory. This is all their things towards salami slicing, and later on they'll lay claim to this and say that these villages were basically in their own territory, and that is why they've named them and start development works over there. The only way to counter China is to ensure and reduce India's trade deficit with it. We have been importing all sorts of things from China which are totally unnecessarily at the cost of our own manufacturing units. It is high time now that